Wow, I was actually trolling the start of this video. So, I didn't have the right scene going. So, I guess this is the start of the video. You missed me do a couple multis that I didn't pull shit on. This one flashed. This one is 9. What I'm going to do in this video is I'm doing my pulls first. I'm going for E2. And the reason I'm going for E2 is because E2 gives you an extra card at the start of the battle, which is just always convenient. E1 is, of course, you got to get E1 to get E2. E1 is kind of nice for quality of life. It's not really that big because like it doesn't do anything in like a single target scenario. It just lets you choose what you're hitting with her mythic card. But the E2 is kind of nice. It gives you guaranteed a guaranteed 0 cost that puts vulnerable on the target at the start of the battle, which is kind of nice. So I'm just going to go for E2 without really knowing what the unit does. If I get super, super lucky, maybe I'll go higher than that. You know, that's typically what I do. But got her already. I haven't even touched into my crystals yet. And we're going to keep pulling. I'm also praying that I get some dupes of other things here. Because, like, I just like pulling in the game. And I don't pull on anything unless it's a new character. So, failing the 50-50s doesn't really bother me that much. Unless it makes me pity them. Okay. This wasn't too bad. Didn't pity. See if we hit the 50-50 or not. I also like fishing for those double 5-star pulls. Okay, so we hit the 50-50 on the second pull. So we just need one more for the E2. Can't even bless me with a fake out, man? Okay. Didn't pity. We haven't pitied yet. We've come close to pity twice, but... Let's see if we hit the 50-50 twice in a row. If I don't, it's not a big deal. Nope. Okay, well, this is a selector for me because I have her at E6. That's my second cube. Okay, we're going to continue pulling then. So that's essentially any character that I want a dupe of, which is nice. At least of the base roster. And that didn't take too many pulls to get the next one. I will pull for E4 if you give me 2 of them here, though. If you give me 2, I'll keep pulling. Nope. Okay, so I think that's going to be it for me, at least for now. Let's see if we can get one of 9's cards here. I haven't had any luck on this in forever. Okay, so we got one. Okay, so let's go and build her real quick. Where's she at? There she is. Okay, so first things first. We're probably gonna do this on Fighting Spirit, yeah. Oh, I gotta pull for her partner too. I didn't even look at what her partner did. Let's go pull for her partner. Actually, let me look at the shop. I really don't like pulling for partners. Oh, I can do another one of these. Yeah, I can get her partner here. Defense by 8%. I think I'm just going to do this. Because, like, what else would I get here? A combatant? Like, why? I'm not buying any of these characters. I could get a copy of her here, I suppose. But, like, why? I'm just going to save a bunch of currency and grab her partner here. Because, like, this shit literally makes me pity, like, every single time. So, just go ahead and grab that. Yeah, never lucky. Alrighty. Got our quick E2. Pretty sure I have everything I need to just max her out. I haven't consumed much content on her. I know she's a little bit niche. Okay, so we got that. Okay, partner. I might be lacking in what I need to level her partner up. Okay. I'm just going to swap my Narja gear to her. And I'm going to, like, I have another backup defense set that I was kind of building. So I would much rather her have the damage. So you'll be able to see the stats as I swap this stuff over. What kind of gear I'm looking at. Oh wait, I need an order piece. That's awkward. I might have to craft that. And we pray we get good subs. Oh, okay. Double crit. It has percent defense, not flat. Yo, if we hit flat defense, it's okay. We double hit crit chance and we hit crit damage. This is good. And flat attack's not the worst. I mean, it still gives her a little bit of damage. That's fine. Okay, so actually grabbed a good piece of gear for her really easily there. So, details. The defense is kind of low, isn't it? Why is her defense so low? Is her base defense, like, bad? Wait. Why am I, missing... Okay, I got a wrong piece here. What am I... Oh, this is an attack piece. That's awkward. I was supposed to craft an attack piece here. Well, let's try our luck, I guess. Damn, that piece was good too. I was supposed to craft an attack piece. And it's not good. Okay, so I guess we're pivoting to some different piece here. The subs on this one are not that great compared to this one. So we need an attack set that is main stat defense. Okay, that's trash. 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 Defense crit. Okay, there's one we can roll. Trash. Trash. Defense. Attack, no. I think I got like one piece that's decent enough. Defense, crit damage, flat defense. Okay, that's another one we can roll. Alright, that's good enough. Okay, so we got two we can roll. Bam. Okay, flat attack. Let's max this out. Okay, into defense, into crits. This is okay. And let's see the other one. Crit? Okay, I don't think this one's going to be better than the other one. Because this one has crit chance on it. It rolled though. But it hit there. Okay, so now our defense shouldn't look fucking... Yeah. Okay, that looks way better. Let's just go to stats here. Crit's kind of low. I guess it's okay. Oh yeah, potentials. Let's go look at that first. I farmed a little bit of this, so I should be able to get her up pretty quickly. Yeah, I guess I'm missing all the crit from this, so that'll help. That's just more attribute damage. And I just have a little bit more farming to do here. Finish the crit off. Might as well. She's a new toy. Let's play with her, right? Okay, we'll chill here. It's a good spot. Okay, so now what do her stats look like? Okay, that looks way better. I was like, why is my crit so low? But 53, I'll take that. Okay, now let's go look at her cards. Okay, so we got Hue. This is like the one-time thing. So Incinerate, when a card is exhausted, it activates, basically. Alright, Initiation, it gives you the start. So basically, you exhaust this card instead of actually playing it, is how you want to play it. And then you create a Hue level 1 when you exhaust it. So you want to exhaust this card. When you play it, you can exhaust it, but yeah. You actually, like, well, backtrack on that. Okay, these are the different hues. Hue level 3. Wow, that actually hits pretty hard. So as you use it, it kind of ramps up. That's cool. I'm going to have to play with it to see exactly how it works. Let's look at the epiphanies. They're all 3 costs still. Ironclad, Extreme Flash, Massacre, Ambush. Shield. This lowers the damage. Unique Initiation. This changes it to an AoE. Counterattack. I don't know which one I like the best. I want her to do damage. Okay, so this makes it cheaper when you exhaust another card. So that's what Ignition does. So I kind of like the middle, but I'll have to play with all those. See which one I like. Experience Strike. Looking at all this cards, increased damage amount of this. Damage based on shield. 60% damage amount for each exhaust card in hand. That sounds fun to play around. Okay, nothing like really jumps out here. Increased damage amount of exhaust cards by 30% for 1 turn. This card just kind of seems like a whatever card. Fatal Strike. 5 cost. Unique. Ignition was the... Okay, yeah. Reduced cost when you exhaust other things. Okay, so this just upgrades your Hue all the way. If you can decrease this down. That's kind of cool. Damage. For cost of the highest. Okay, so this just does a lot of damage when you have a lot of, like, a high cost exhaust cards in your hand. Neat, neat, neat. There's nothing that really, like, jumps out at me, like, what I want to play with the most. Exhaust 2 random exhaust cards of other combatants in hand. For each card exhausted through this ability, increased damage. Okay, see, I feel like she might be kind of fun to play with Kayron. Counterblade. Honed Edge increases defense-based cards damage. This is just a unique upgrade. It stays an upgrade the entire time. Initiation, so you'll probably want this one, ideally. Initiation, you always want on your upgrades. It doesn't matter how good the rest of them are. Like, you always want the initiation one. So, I think that's a design flaw in the game right now, is like, when there's upgrades, you just, like, instinctively just want initiation on them so you can get rid of them. You don't want to draw into this when it's a core part of her shit, like at the end of your fucking third turn or something, right? So, without even reading any of these, like, I just like the middle one more because it has initiation on it. And then lastly, it's her mythic card. So, it seems like you just play her around exhaust, and the more you exhaust things, the more she does. It's kind of awkward because you want to play her with more units that do exhaust, and a lot of these units that exhaust kind of become the stars of the show. It's entirely possible that Cassius might be good with her because he does a lot of exhaust things, but then again, Cassius has been nerfed a lot, but he generates a lot of exhaust cards that you can use frequently. So maybe that's something I'm going to try out. I'm not familiar with Amir. I know she's going to be good with other tank units, but the only one I'm really familiar with is like Kalipe, and I've played a bit of Magna as well. But mostly I'm familiar with all the hyper carries. I typically like playing a hyper carry with 2 supports. That's kind of my play style. So this unit isn't really centered around how I play the game, so it's going to be a different way for me to play the game. I guess I'm going to bench Serenial for a bit because I cannot play this unit with Serenial because then I will not be able to do anything with her because my Serenial will literally delete everything at E6. So, put her on the back burner and just run 9 and maybe try to run Kayron with her because of the exhaust focus. And then maybe run her as a sub support DPS or run him as a sub DPS. I'm going to try and do that because I know he exhausts. Renoa does some exhaust as well. I mean, Lucas exhausts like pretty frequently as well. So I'm just going to try and play around a lot of different things that exhaust and probably just stick Narja in the last slot and go from there. That's kind of like my plans when I'm going to play with her. And I'll probably do a follow-up video based on what I learned while playing her. And, yep, that'll be it. I guess that's the video, guys. This went a little bit longer than I wanted. But, you know, that's what kind of happens when I'm not prepared for these kind of things. And I'm just reading it as I go. Let me know down in the comments, what do you think I should use my cubes on? I can E6 Luke. And then whenever I pull Luke now, that's just another cube that I get. I can E6 Meilin. Really don't want to do that. E6 Haru. Who cares? I can get Kayron up as well, and Kayron getting up to E4. You really want E6 on him. That's where he really shines. That just increases damage. I think I would probably just E6 the Luke right now. It gives him an extra bullet card. He exhausts a lot. Maybe I E6 Luke and play him with 9. That sounds fun. That's a lot of exhaust. And then play 9 as like a support DPS for Luke. That's probably what I'm going to do. I think I'm just going to go ahead and E6 Luke. And go from there. That sounds like a plan. Alright. I'll catch you guys later. Good luck on your pools. Peace.
You fight as if you have 9 lives. This world has no place for